What it do. So I can try and this thing. Let's see how it goes. The topic of today is mental health. We'll be discussing a little bit on pretty much what is mental health, like some of the issues I've noticed, and also, yeah, let's just talk about mental health a little bit. So now, I know there is a negative stigma related to mental health when it comes to how it is viewed by the public, especially in America. There is this negative stereotype associated to it as far as like if you suffer from mental health, then clearly you aren't able to handle your own emotions or whatever people may say, which I find to be completely idiotic, given the fact that everything is subject to your environment. You're subjected to your environment. So um, if something doesn't, I guess if you aren't able to deal with something, then clearly it is due to how your environment has molded and shaped you to deal with it. So even your responses, right, is something that you've observed or that's something that like you've chosen as like the right path for you to deal with this based on how your environment is. Now, how do you, by saying environment, what do I mean? That would mean like as a child, right? Who did you see as far as like your role model, and how did that role model, uh, you know, help you deal with your issues? A lot of kids, of course, their role models are their parents. So if their parents did not know how to deal with mental health, the child will grow up to do the same, right? That is one of the things I would wish to discuss. Um, Many, of course, do not understand the importance of, you know, parents have a lot more um, say as far as like your health than you realize, especially whenever it comes to one second. I hope that's my roommate. But many do not understand the fact that, of course, like uh, as far as your parents, they aren't perfect, and of course, the way that they deal with things isn't meant to be, the end all be all solutions to all problems. However, it is we're constantly mistaken to think that that's how we ought to deal with our problems. So um, we grow up making or in the misunderstanding that how your parents or how your aunts or how your neighborhood adults deal with things. That's how it should be. Case in point, whenever I was young, right? Let's talk about thieves, for instance. We used to have a lot of thieves in our sector. So I grew up in West Africa, Burkina Faso, and in that sector, we used to the moment somebody steals something from someone else, like the entire neighborhood would gather out and like start screaming, thief, 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 right? And these individuals, these thieves, of course, were treated as though they were not human, as they were inhuman, of course, you know. Um, I'm still of the opinion that you shouldn't steal anything, especially not somebody else's stuff. Just flashing my on here. It seems to be completely so bright here. I don't understand. Like it's kind of cloudy outside. But anyways, these thieves were treated as though they were completely inhuman, and many individuals would like group up and try to like stone them. They will grab branches off the tree so that they can whip the fuck out of them. I mean, like they would just beat these people up so badly and treat them like animals, and never really understanding the fact that hey, maybe these individuals or never, like, they may be screaming for help. They may be asking people to help them, right? So if you leave like kids who, of course, like growing up, they would assume that that's how they should treat other humans. And as time goes on, whenever these kids needed help, of course, like, and not get those help, how are they supposed to deal with it? So the mental illness will creep in because like they would have responsibilities as adults. They would have different things that they would need to do in order to maintain uh, their families, and yet the families are the ones turning their back on them while expecting all these things from them, right? Always saying, "Oh, you should be strong for this. You should be strong for that." But whenever the the strong person stumbles for a second, it's like, "Oh, I knew he wasn't shit. Oh, I knew he was going to end up doing this and that." Always, and you can see this not only in Africa. You can see this here in America. You can see this in Germany. You can see this in Asia. You can see this anywhere, really. So it was always up to humans to figure out how to deal with these type of issues, and with that, having the solutions, and as opposed to like just blaming everyone for like the slightest of mistakes, these individuals will not spiral down into thiefhood, like stealing from others as a means to, to an end. Now, I do understand there are others out there who steal simply because it gives them a rush. I'm not talking to those people. And of course, like when I mean mental health, when I say mental health, there is a slew of other different ways that externally those mental health are projected. Like the PTSD individuals, like the bipolars, like the schizophrenics. There are many, many different things that not having the support from those that you care and love for your community, these mental health can, you know, and of course, there are those who choose to take their lives as opposed to allowing their life to spiral down into letting other people take their lives for them. Let's be honest, we humans can be fucking monsters, can't we not? I mean, the slightest thing, it's like time to kill. The smallest thing, let's chop off his fucking head. The littlest thing, he's a fucking loser. I'm sure you've heard that multiple times, right? So why do you assume that, or why do you think people are now so different, so separate? You know, like we were meant to. Oh, like even in olden Egypt, when you read the stories, I believe that this, a lot of those stories are a little twisted in order for us to not think along the line of cooperation. But that's exactly what they did. Yes, you may call them slaves. However, a lot of individuals, they had one mission, right? For the development of Egypt, for the development of Mesopotamia, for the development of Samaria, or whatever. They all work together to accomplish singular goals. And that was the betterment of that country, of that city, of that town. It was always for the betterment of the people, let's do this. So if we needed to invent a technology for the betterment of the people, we'll make sure that the technology will actually benefit people, right? But we've completely strayed away from actually seeing each other as one to seeing each other as individuals. And of course, these individuals are mentally, they know that this isn't the right way to fucking do life. They just know. You all know. This isn't the right way to do life. We're always meant to. We were always meant to be together. But if you aren't able to say what you feel and not get demolished for your opinion or destroyed for your opinion, like then why would you say anything? You know what I mean? Why would you do anything? Especially tons of gifted individuals out there who had their work either stolen and they aren't able to say anything. And what are they, how are they supposed to deal with it? Just spiral downward mentally, not knowing exactly when their next invention will go, if anyone will steal it, if it will even succeed, because there isn't a singular focus of individuals who's trying to work it, uh, together in order to accomplish this thing. You see what I mean? Then mental health creeps in. Mental health is not something that is new, but it is something that is horrible in this day and age because we aren't really working singularly for a specific goal, for a purposeful goal. And I do see that, of course, like with the internet, there has been many different ways or different factions of movements of things that you can latch onto and feel like you're included with somebody, but without your energy added being added to that movement, you do not feel as you can't be proud of your contribution towards it. So if you're in pain because your opinions aren't taken seriously, what do? Go to the tavern, drink by yourself, or find different other individuals who are suffering just like you to go drink, destroying your goal. I mean, destroying your dreams technically. You know, becoming drunk, not dealing with exactly the issue at hand, which is I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. However, I wasn't supported, or my idea was too futuristic, too revolutionary for little small-minded individuals to see, and because they have a change, they're able to destroy my fucking dream, and then later on steal it as their own whenever they finally see the merits of it. You know. Anyways, truly, life isn't meant for us to be separate. We were never supposed to be separate. We're all one, just like God. God is everything. God is in this phone. It is in this piece of metal. It is in this fork. It is in this. Oops. It is in this plastic. It is in this paper. It is in these trees. It is on the freaking ground, on the sky, on the fruits and the vegetables. It is in everything. God is everything. That's why it is referred to as all that is, because it is omniscient and omnipotent. And for it to be that, it needs to be in everything and anything. It needs to be in humans. It needs to be in all things. You know what I mean? That is the only way God can be everywhere and anywhere at all times and know everything because it is everything, us included. You see? So whenever the singular piece of God believes himself better than everything else, it separates itself from what it is. So for a human to pretty much state that, oh, uh, it's apologies, I got water on my while I was picking this thing, dumped some water. But anyways, God is all that is. It, and for you to pretty much like, for example, for religion, right? In somebody's face, saying that, oh, that's the answer to all your issues, all your problems, knowing damn well that many people across the world practices God in many different manners, trying to tap into the innermost Godhood in many different forms and fashions. And what you call them criminals, you call them thieves, you call them what? Knowing them well that it is w- their way of expressing that. But no, because it's not your way of expressing God, and you find a way to segregate these individuals, to suppress these individuals, and you want them to not be mentally ill, to not actually find an issue with the way you live your life. Of course, they'll find an issue with the way they live their life because you told them to find an issue. You know. So in order for so, what is the right answer? What do you think is the right answer? Hmm? For everyone to literally shut the fuck up about how they feel and experience that and experience it just like you. And who does it benefit? I mean, the world already knows it benefits you most, does it not? Hmm. Well, I'm gonna end this live stream here because I'm trying to test this out, trying to see if this live stream is like something that you know I wish to continue with. I will watch it later on, test out the sound and all that stuff to see if all these are good. But I wish to have longer discussions instead of posting videos here and there. Um, but literally, I invite anyone from any religion, any background, to sit down and let's have a conversation. Because without us having talking about the truth, the true nature of ourselves, these mental health uh, endemics not only will it continue, but it will claim more lives than necessary. Now, do you understand there are rules to us being reincarnated to or incarnated in this 3D plane of existence, right? Which is maybe they were meant to take their own lives at a certain point. I did see a video once of a gentleman light himself on fire simply because he wanted to prove that, just to get the attention on him, to show the world his protest against the wars and the evils being done in this world. Are you any better than that? If anything, he was more human than anything that I've ever witnessed. He struck the chord inside him. He had. No, I'm not saying that's it should be emulated, but I do not fault him. I don't. If anything, I feel like it was a sad thing to see, to watch a human douse himself with gasoline and literally sit there and burn alive, asking, begging the world to stop being so divided, to see ourselves in others. But no, you still sit over there, you're like, oh, I'm a fucking redneck. I'm a fucking uh, gangster. Oh, I'm a fucking Jew. Oh, I'm a fucking. You shut the fuck up, all of you. You're a fucking human. More than that, you're a spiritual being, meaning that your non physical self is similar to me, the Jews, the fucking Arabs, the everybody. That we come in this fucking 3D reality as humans and then all hell fuck. Like we just go stupid. Tell me I'm wrong. We go retarded. I mean, we are retarded. We're literally using our physical brain without ever trying to understand higher, our higher brain, our higher mind. All those gut feelings that you have inside your stomach, like growing up, we toss them aside because society tells us to, and we willingly do it. Mhm. Well, those who do not toss those gut feelings out, they're the ones who are, you know, seen as better. They're the ones who are scapegoated. Oh, he's always been weird, anyways. She's always had like weird ideas, anyways. Like it makes sense for her to go crazy. It makes sense for her to, you know, be treated this way. Why? Because he or she is offering you an alternative way of thinking, a more synchronized way of thinking. What's the like? What would it hurt you to see your neighbor as somebody that is like you? How does it hurt you? Oh yeah, you pay attention to your pocket more, right? As long as your pocket isn't affected in the physical, you're willing to go with whatever. So if anything, that seems kind of mentally ill to think this way. And those who are willing to see their neighbors literally as themselves, how are they mentally ill then? Yet you turn around, you tell us that they're the ones who are mentally ill. And all they want is love and oneness for us all to be seen as, human, as not different, just as somebody who have a soul, who has a soul, right? That's what I'm saying. All these all this division, you playing a part in this division is the main cause of mental illness. Because you're fighting your higher self, you're fighting your true self by stating that, oh, you speak another language, so we're different. Whenever you may have the same fucking ideas, but guess what? Society tells you that they're different, so you go with it. Oh yeah, they're different. That's one thing that I've seen in any country that I've traveled to. There are many who are just like me, who simply are curious about other people and would love to learn about other people because we understand that we are all human on this plane of existence, at least. And those who act inhuman, you print it out. You aren't acting human. If anything, you're acting like you want to kill the human by promoting all this mental illness, by promoting suicide, by promoting genocides, by participating in genocides and homicides, by supporting the side that love to go into genocidal acts or homicidal acts. You support them, how are you different than them? You know? And those who are good hearted, they sit there and their voices are shut. And all they have is to retreat into their mind and feel sad and eventually allow their brains, their minds to degenerate. Illness creeps in again, mental illness. And you turn around. It's their fault because they did not want to participate in that disgusting way of thinking. No, it's love and light, bitch. You know what I mean? If aliens, more powerful aliens, were to land in this plane of existence, and they decided, hey, we're gonna kill you all, should what would you say? Oh, well, we do it here on Earth, so will they not be in the right to do so? But if these aliens came down and were like, oh, we're gonna love you all, how are you going to even know the difference since you aren't able to exercise love for your neighbor? An alien race is going to come and you're going to be accepting of them? No. So do you understand why these motherfuckers don't even want to get close to us? Because we kill each other already as it is. We are the cause of our own illnesses. You know, we allow all these pharmaceutical and corporations to literally poison our bodies day in and day out, and we allow it. Think about that. What? Because we choose not to participate in it. So at least we're okay. At least my kids are okay. At least my people are okay. Yet your people probably don't even give a fuck based on how we've been raised. They don't give a fuck about what you know or what you trying, how you're trying to help them. Pointing out the poison and all the corrupted mental shit they're partaking in. You know, as long as they're safe. Nah, that's not how it is. This is not how it works. We will keep on deteriorating and dying until we figure out how not to. How to live is literally the only way, the reason why we came on this fucking plane of existence. Growing, evolving, ascending together as one people, aliens and all. You know, if any negative forces wants to come in and disturb that, we unite as people and we point it out. Dude, you aren't welcome here. This isn't what we do here. You know. Anyways, that is where I'm gonna end this. Okay. But this is a test live stream so that I can see exactly how this works. And of course, in the future, we can organize a lot more interesting conversations. But ponder on my words, though. Don't be a fucking fool. Negative forces love the division. That's not godly. I mean, I do know God has invented the negative forces too, but our mission isn't to kill and destroy each other. Our mission is to learn how to be our better selves and to ascend as people. You see? So your boy Lucifer will lead you here. Peace, love, and light. Y'all have a wonderful one. Cheers.